Hey there, a warm welcome to the session on learning programming language demystified. My name is Dr. C. Chandramouli and I am going to explain you some bullet points and tips that help you in learning any programming language. I believe writing and analyzing a computer program makes you a professional programmer rather than sitting in front of textbooks and reading it. So I came up with some points and tips that should be noted down before you start writing any programming language. So I hope this session will give you a sketch to plan and write programming languages. And this is the first video in the series, and the content is exclusively designed for the beginners who wish to write computer programs. So the first point which I'm mentioning here is think like a machine rather than thinking like a human while you program. Here, the machine refers to any electronic device that accepts instructions through programming. So for example, we have computer, laptop, mobile phones. All these are machines, and all these devices accept instructions from user to do any specific task. To think like a machine, first you need to understand how the machine will work. So for example, if you are giving some instructions to a human, that means you should think like a human, whether the person is understanding your language, whether the person is capable of understanding your instructions. Then you can give instructions to that particular person and he will do the job perfectly. In the same manner, if you want to give instructions to the machine, then think like a machine. Think whether the machine can understand whatever the instructions you are giving and it can do the job perfectly. The first thing I would like to know is, I would like to tell you is, understand the machine so that you can write the programs according to the machine. So how you are going to understand the machine? Since inception, since our birth, we used to think like humans and we used to communicate with human beings in our regional languages or any other languages so that the other person will understand. In the same manner, to understand the machine, first we need to know how it will take the data. Here the data represents, and the data comes in different forms such as numbers, characters, words, group of words and characters. Like this, machine takes only data, and we need to understand how this particular machine will take the data. So I just giving a comparison chart between humans and machines, so where we can just pop up some points, the differences between humans and machines. So for example, if you take numbers, humans follow decimal number system, machines follow binary number system. Coming to specifically the positive numbers and negative numbers, humans do not follow any symbol to represent positive numbers. Sometimes we follow plus symbol to follow positive numbers. And coming to the machines don't use any symbols to represent positive numbers. It just uses binary number system and it will store as it is. Coming to the negative numbers, humans uses hyphen symbol prefixing to every number to represent whether it is a negative number or positive number. Coming to the machines, it uses complement of positive numbers to store, to manipulate. Coming to the characters, humans uses alphabets and machines uses ASCII values. So where we will be having some character sets with corresponding ASCII values. These ASCII values are binary values of all the characters, and whenever we try to store or manipulate for characters, machines take only the ASCII values. ASCII values are American Standard Code for Information Interchange values. So where it is globally accepted table to take the characters as input and manipulate. Coming to the words, humans like just take words, and coming to the machines, if a machine wants to store a word, it will take the series of ASCII values to that particular word. Please check the ASCII table through Google so that you can find and you can better understand what is ASCII table is. So with this first point, I just want to mention you that, so think like a machine, there are a lot of other things where you need to check. Okay, so like we have comparisons, we have operations, we have logics, so where we need to think while programming like a machine. The second point I would like to mention is tinkering first programs. So whenever you start writing a program, everyone starts with, most of the people starts with C programming, and this is a sample code, so where everyone used to write a hello world program. So write a simple hello world program. Don't just write the code and don't enjoy the output at this stage. Start tinkering it. Try to add or remove something to the code. Try to add some special symbols. Try to remove some words. Try to remove hello world and place it with hello with your name. And yeah, check the outputs, how it will behave. And now write all the mistakes that have done during the tinkering. Sit back and evaluate the way of machine thinking. Now you came to know how far you are in thinking process as a machine. This is a small exercise where you can evaluate yourself, that whether you are following or understanding the machine. The next one is practice regularly, because learning by doing is the best way to write programs. Practice the above procedure for similar programs. Try to implement basic logic in your code and tinker it again. Note down all the errors and the mistakes. Then you came to know that you are in the right direction. Next. This is some sort of important thing. Start writing code to simple applications. Choose simple applications to write the code, such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, like this. Try to write the codes for these applications and merge all the programs into one single application. Here comes the challenge. here comes the real challenge. When you try to merge all the programs, it won't go well. When you merge all the simple programs to one application, you should struggle a lot to get the output at this stage. There are few things that need to be added or removed to the code. Try to identify why your program is not working. Trace the mistakes. And we call these mistakes as bugs. Bugs are the logical errors where not even a compiler can identify it. Use some debugging techniques. At this stage, to the beginners, I recommend to check the variable output at every stage of your program. So this is one of the best way for debugging the simple programs. And yeah, so while debugging bigger programs, sometimes you stuck, and make use of online forums at that time. Get some help with your seniors or with your teachers or with anyone who is good at programming. And don't forget to take the break while you spend more time on debugging. So next, the last point I would like to mention is register with programming forums. Make use of almost all the online resources that are available. Here I am presenting you the top programming communities for developers and hackers in 2020. This data is collected from codecondo.com, and this chart shows the programming communities based on the popularity. And yeah, you can register any one of these programming forums based on which programming language you are trying to learn, and you will get immediate access of your doubts or mistakes or bugs, whatever it is. Most of the other people who have already registered and have been working since years, they will answer your queries. So this is another session. Hope you guys liked this session. If you have any doubts or queries, I request you to post it in the comment box, and please do like, share and subscribe my channel. Happy programming to you guys. Thank you.